Hey everyone, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. It is finally hay season and we had some jobs to get ready. The hay rake's being worked on. The hay mower had a breakdown and needed a slight repair. And now we got to get the hay loft ready. And I tell you what, those raccoons, the possums, they seek harbor from that harsh Michigan winter up in this loft. I found some kind of critter. He must have fallen down between the wall and the hay bales and got stuck. His bottom side was up. Couldn't even tell what it was. It was basically just a skeleton that had kind of deteriorated and decomposed up here. There's bird parts. There's raccoon poop galore. I don't want to use it as bedding, but it's great for weed suppression in the garden. Let me show you how we use it in our region around the garden. Here's the beautiful loft, all swept out. Well, not swept. We've got two big heavy push brooms, and I've got a heavy coarse bristle one and a soft bristle one, which work really good for this because, see these slats, you can see how they stick up with what I was talking about. Well, I took it over to the renovation job. So I'm gonna hop on over here and sweep out what's left over there, but that's a full load. We're getting there. So I'll just sweep that down onto the floor and then rake it up into there. Guy's actually texting me from the field right now saying, is the manure spreader full, so that he can get on to what he's trying to do. Kind of need two hands getting up and down these ladders. These old barns. The ladders are such hardwood, they last forever. So this side of the hay loft is above the pig stalls, and I don't have any pigs in the barn right now, but see, little things, little animals and critters disappear, and then you find out that they, didn't make it. They tend to curl up in a corner somewhere. And this was all stacked high full of hay and straw. So this side over here had been straw that we purchased from the neighbors. So there was quite a bit left untouched, and I found this guy midwinter just here. I think it's probably one of the missing cats. So unfortunately, barn cats, they hang out up here. They get into fights and squirrels with the predators, and sometimes they don't make it, or sometimes they get ill or just old. But we had some old farm cats around here, and over time, I know when we first moved here, we found cat skeletons and other things, critters everywhere. And that old rabbit chicken shed, boy, it was filled full of skeletons. So I don't know what kind of skeletons you got in your closet, but these haylofts. I found a chicken skeleton that had been missing and gotten by a predator. It's just something. So not as much to do over on this side, but you can go ahead and watch. Remember, teach your kids young, teach them to help, and they'll like it. Our older guys were already, you know, 8, 9 years old when we moved here. I don't know. I guess they were probably even younger than that, because Trey was about 2, so our kids were 2, 4, and 6 when we moved here. Those older guys, I treated them like babies, and I didn't let them come outside much. And I helped where I could, where now they're all older and they can watch each other a lot more. So Trey, he's gotten right in interested in everything. He can run the tractors, where his brothers don't have the experience. He knows more about the tractors than his mom does. Oh yeah, pack it down. It's all light, fluffy stuff. So we're cleaning the whole barn floor out. We'll get the back room swept out in another load. Right now I just got some tires being stored in here from winter time, and had an emergency calf hut set up here for the one calf, Duke. So this will get it all cleaned out. We'll get it spread. We haven't had our breakfast yet, and it's got to be going on noon. Yeah. Made some homemade pizza for dinner last night, so Trey ate, but I grabbed a sip of coffee and ran right outside to work. Nice thing about farming and what I do, it's not a job, it's more of a way of life. So it's my full-time job, but it's what I do every day. I had a coffee around here somewhere, and I think I left it over by the barn. I had to kick it out so it wouldn't get all dusty. So, you know, I kind of pick and choose what I want to do every day. And yesterday he was working on the hay mine. Show you a little clip of that. It kind of goes without fail. If you borrow somebody else's equipment, it's going to break on you and you're responsible for fixing it. And my husband is a great mechanic, a great handyman. So this gearbox has an input shaft for the PTO here and an output shaft on the other end of the gearbox. And it was so stripped, it just wasn't engaging anything. It just stopped. So he thought something had sheared. So he's looking everywhere for a shear pin. Finds that the whole thing is just stripped. He's so ingenious. He goes to Tractor Supply, picks up a few of these male PTO adapters, and run it through the chop saw, got it welded. I was working on beehive equipment the whole time, so I was just kind of trying to get shots of him here and there doing it. Sometimes you just rather hurry up and get it fixed and not have a whole lesson about it. I just kind of let him go off on his own while I was filming my beekeeping, my beehive equipment. I've got to get out there and do some beekeeping myself today. I've tried to get out there at least once a week this time of year to see what's going on, because you get summer swarms and I don't want to lose any bees. I want them to get built up, and you need a good industrious beehive to make it through the winter. There's my coffee. Set it down. I knew I took it out of the barn. He's right here behind me. Let's go over there and see. A light load like that sure does empty out fast. I think I'll take all that back room. When I get that all cleaned out, I'll spread that in the garden. I haven't shown you guys the garden and what's kind of going on with that, just because I've been so busy with back and forth at the farm and the renovation, and sometimes you just got to get things done without the filming. All right, everybody, that's it for today. We're gonna go get some food to eat. Hopefully those boys left me some leftover pizza, or I'm gonna be eating some cereal. Sometimes there's very little time to take care of yourselves. You just gotta grab something and get right back on with it. Oh no! One of the skeletons ended up right up here. We'll have to kick that out and get it plowed under. You okay, guy? See, you can't even tell what it was. It's just terrible. He got turned upside down and couldn't get out. Yuck. So thanks for watching, everybody. It really helps the channel if you hit that thumbs up button for liking the video every time. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe so you'll get updates for the next video. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.